Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and I have a little bereavement layout actually to share with you today, which is a little odd for me, I know. Hi there. So I'm using our mini tag dies 3, our handcrafted with patience, wishing you comfort, our 2 flag die sets, our school dies, stitch square dies, and our alphabet dies 2, and also our bread tag dies. So I'm doing a 2-page 6 by 8 inch bereavement layout today. And I've got 2 pieces of 6 by 8 inch doodlebug paper, and that is in the lemon dot stripe petite prints. That's the 12-inch sized paper line, and I cut down to 6 by 8. And I've got a piece of plaid paper that is from the Made with Love 12-inch. All the patterned stuff is from the 12-inch paper line Made with Love. So the plaid, that one's cut at 4 by 7 inches. Now this is a layout that I was inspired to make from page maps online. I saw 2 separate layouts, and I kind of went ahead and took the photo sizes. And you'll notice I screwed up here. I used my ATG gun. And this is what happens, when I'm filming stuff, let me tell you. It's like, oh no. So I actually lay that piece of plaid paper down in the upper left-hand corner, about 3/8 of an inch from the corner. Now, this is more eyeballing it. Like, this isn't exact measurements or anything, but I'll give you what I know. They did not have the measurements online. This is just me, improvising with their layout a little bit. So I did not come up with the major layout. I did mess with it a little bit, so it's not exactly the same, but the photo sizes are the same. So that paper is also from the same Made with Love set, and that is 4 by 6 inches. And the same thing up in the right-hand corner, though, about 3/8 of an inch in. So now that is the swimming pool gingham linen rainbow petite prints, and that is cut at what did I cut that out with? 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 inches. And then I'm going to be adding on the squares. Now the white squares are taking the places of the little pictures that are going to be added, that are 2 inches by 2 inches. So I just used some white paper to hold those places. But the ones that are going to show, I cut using Jaded Blossom stitch square dies in 2 inches. And I'm just as quickly as I can, trying to lay these out on this blue swimming pool paper. Now, a good friend of ours, of our scrapbooking group, their mom recently passed away. And we decided as a group that we were going to make them each pages for a memory book of their mother. So that's what I did. So, and there's 3 sisters. So I did 3 of these double layouts. And they're mostly the same. So there we are. So there's this stitched square die in the upper left. That is from the Made with Love 12-inch paper line from Doodlebug. And then I'm just adding in the bottom right-hand one is also from that same Made with Love 12-inch paper line. And then I'm just going to fill in with the white squares. Now, eventually, one of the daughters will add a picture of their mom or pictures of, memories or whatever on top of these white squares. It just makes a quick and easy album for them to put together of their mom. That's the idea. So I'm just adding in all these little 2-inch pieces of paper. I tape them down permanently with ATG gun because I don't mind the added dimension that layer gives, like for the picture. So I don't mind that. So that's why I'm actually taping it down, and then they can cover it with their own picture. And then I add in the measurements so they know what size to put in there. Now they could measure it themselves, but it just makes it fast and easy for them. So now that is a pink piece of what's that one? That one is, oh darn it, bubblegum dot stripes, sorry. That's the rainbow petite line, and I'm using the dot side. And I'm sticking that down with ATG gun. And the pink is 3 inches by 8 inches. And it's about a 1/2 an inch from the side. And then I'm going to layer this piece with all of the picture areas down on top of it. Now, I used to do a lot of scrapbooking. Now I kind of lean more towards card making, but every once in a while I will do a scrapbook layout. And when you're making it for special friends, you're going to do that. So that is actually the bread tag die layer that I cut in half. And I liked that it has stitching and it's like that, and it's got a rounded corners. And I'm going to slip that underneath. And then that will give a backdrop for the letters that I'm going to use. I used letters from Jaded Blossom's Alphabet Dies 2. And I cut out the word mum. Now, some people may say, why did you put a U in there? Well, because their mum was from Scotland. And they call their mum with a U, not with an O. It's a little different than what we do here. Actually, it's quite common actually in England too. So I wanted just to reflect that, because whenever they wrote mum, they always did it with a U, not an O. So there we go. So I'm just going to add the word mum in the little blue area that I made. There we go. So quickly, that is the left side of the layout. Now, it's not complete. I'm going to add some, embellishments here. So that is a stitched heart die from the heart layer dies from Jaded Blossom that I cut out. And I'm popping it up with Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. We don't want these layouts to be two-dimensional, but one layer of dimensionals is okay. And then I'm adding that little piece there is from the Odds and Ends I Pick You set from Doodlebug. And so is the heart, actually, that I'm going to pop up here, too. That is also from the Odds and Ends I Pick You set from Doodlebug. I love these little sets, They're just like clip art. Lots of fun. And then that little bird is actually from the Odds and Ends Love Notes set. And I love these little Tweety birds. I just think they look so sweet. And I'm going to add that up to the corner. And the girls know that I like my cute stuff. So I'm going cutesy with this layout. There we go. So that is the left-hand side. Now I'm going to go ahead and make the right-hand side. So that, like I said, that plaid piece of paper there was 4 by 6 inches. And now I've got a piece of blue, swimming pool blue paper. And I don't know if I wrote down the size of that. Here, let me measure that for you. So what I'm doing is I went ahead and used the school dies to cut a border in the bottom of it. And then I'm stamping in VersaFine Onyx Black ink with my Misty from that Love and from the Wishing You Comfort. Love and, what does it say here? It says, forever remembered, forever missed, which is really true. So this piece of paper, the blue piece, ended up being 3 inches by a little over 5 1/4 inches long. And then I'm adding my white pieces. These are representing the pictures. These are 2.25 by 3 inches. So I'm going to quickly write them on there so the girls know what size the pictures should be in there. There we go. I love the stamp set, Wishing You Comfort from Jaded Blossom. I make a lot of sympathy cards using it. I just think it has some beautiful sentiments on it. You just can't go wrong. So now I'm going to be adding a piece of ribbon. This is 1/8 inch yellow ribbon from Stampin' Up. And I'm just putting a piece of ribbon, and I'm going to staple it in place with my mini stapler from Close to My Heart. So I'm going to pop a couple of mini staples in there to hold it in place. And then that way the girls can slip the pictures under it. It's not stuck down over on the actual picture, so it's easy to slip underneath. And I'm just going to cut the ribbon at an angle there. And then I'm going to make a quick little mini bow using my Bow Easy. I'm using the smallest slots to make a quick little mini bow for this piece of ribbon. Like I said, we're trying not to make it two-dimensional. So hopefully I don't get in trouble. There we go. Because we're going to be all adding this to a nice little 6 by 8 inch book. There we go. And I'm just going to trim the tails off using some ribbon scissors. And then I'll add that to my piece of ribbon. And I'm going to use a glue dot actually to stick this down. And they stick down really well. There we go. So how cute is that? So I'm going to add that to the actual layout. So this is going to be the right-hand side of the layout. I'm going to use my ATG gun. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these little flags that I cut out. And all these flags, I use both flag dies. I also use the mini tag dies. And I cut out multiple flags in the different patterns from either the 12-inch paper line Made with Love. I also used the, what's it called, cupcake dot stripe to cut out some of the paper. So I just thought it was pretty. I just pulled in colors from the plaids that I used. And, you know, that's the nice thing about Doodlebug. Most of their lines will match back and forth, and that's what I did. I pulled in other pattern papers to go with it, and but most of them are from that Made with Love line, and then the rainbow petite prints to go with them. So now I'm going to add my ATG tape to the back. I'm always taking my life in my hands whenever I do this. It's like, oh, please let me line this up correctly. I don't want to mess it up. As two of these girls are scrapbookers themselves and card makers, so I don't want to give them a substandard scrapbook page. There we go. So we're just lining that up. So I quite liked that school die on the bottom, that little, you know, I don't even know what that's called, you know, where the little rings go through for a book. Yeah, I just think that looks really cute there. Actually, that was on one of the layouts that I chose. They used that little edge, and I thought, oh, we've got an edge like that at Jaded Blossom. I'm going to put that in there. Page Maps is a great spot to go and have a look and see if there's any layouts that will fit your needs. I always have a problem when the layout is using a size that I'm not used to doing, and then as a result coming up with pictures in that size. So there are the two layouts there. How cute is that? The flowers are from that I Pick You set, and I think it turned out rather cute. So I use some sturdy paper to go on the back of my layouts because I like my layouts to be sturdy when they go in those pockets. I hate when the paper flops around. So this is just Recollections white cardstock, and I cut it at 6 by 8 inches, and I'm going to apply it to the back. You'll notice that I stamped my my card stamp, so they know who made them. And then I also stamped the Handcrafted with Patience stamp. It says Handmade with Love, which is true, and Bad Words, which is true. And the girls know that I've got a bit of a potty mouth when I'm scrapbooking. They are girls that, you know, well, before all this pandemic came, we used to get together and do scrapbooking together. There we go. So those are the two layouts. Mum, Made with Love and Bad Words. And then there's the back of the other one. So cute. So thank you so much for stopping by. And hopefully come back and see my next video. I don't know. We'll see you soon, everybody. Bye.